everyone, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here. Of course, I hope you already have an amazing day so far. For everyone who is new here, welcome. My name is Yani and I'm doing this DIY channel together with, of course, Diane. And Diane and I will keep it short. We keep it short. If you liked our content, I hope you will click the red subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. It would help our channel a lot to grow, so I hope you will. If you want to see more DIYs of Diane and me and other DIYs, come on over to our description box. There you find the link for our DIY channel, so go check it out. For now, let's jump into our DIY today and let's see what the inspiration will be. And for this DIY, we need, of course, our tumbling tile blocks. We need our wood glue. You can use your glue gun, but then your project doesn't is as steady as it's supposed to be. So I recommend just use some wood glue or maybe E6000 or something else. But glue from your glue gun is always a little bit tricky. So, but you can just try it, of course. Some wax, some paint at your choice, and some brushes. These are the main pieces we need for this DIY. We are going to make a seasonal dresser, so we will see how this will turn out. The first thing we're going to do for the dresser is going to make middle pieces. So we make a bottom, a top, and two in between planks. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get 6 blocks like this, and I'm going to glue them together. So very easy, just do a little line on the side, and we only have to do it with 5 pieces. Number 3, and number 4, and number 5, like this. So we're going to place them together and this way, and we're going to make a nice line and squeeze a little in, and we make a nice straight line again and again, pressure, and of course this way, and we're going to lay it beside and make sure that you have a nice straight line. We are going to make another one of 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we are going to do the same. And again, 1, and number 2, number 3, number 4, and a number 5. And again, we're going to row them together like this. It's very easy to do, just give a little pressure, and again a nice straight line, and we're going to lay it over here, and again like this, and give it a little press, and you see already the glue is coming out. But in a moment we are going to get our towel and we're going to wipe it away. Number 4 and 5 and 6, and this will be the last for the first bottom. And this is 1, and number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. And again, row them together, and very easy this way, and squeeze it and make a nice straight line. So I'm going to get my wet old towel, and we're going to wipe away the glue we don't need. So you see, I just have an old piece of a kitchen towel, and I'm just going to go over it and wipe away. We don't need the glue, and again, make sure that you have a nice straight line so your bottom will be very nicely. And this, again, wipe the glue away, and again make sure that you have a straight line. And again, over here we are going to wipe away the glue, and we make sure our line, and we clean up our surface always so we don't stick to our placemat. So that's not a great thing. So I'm going to let this dry in for a couple of minutes. So all 3 of them are a little bit dried in a couple of minutes. I'm going to place this one aside and lightly this one, and I'm going to do some glue on the middle over here. Very easy, just do some glue over here and a little over here, and like this. And now we're going to place it down, and place this together, and this one, and we make a nice bottom of it. We're going to squeeze it and make sure that we have a nice straight line again, and we let this dry at least for an hour. And you see, this is already one of the 4 we need. Of course, I'm going to place this aside because this needs to dry, And I'm going to go further with again 6 blocks like this. And I'm going to make again 3 rows of 6 because we need 4 of these planks. So I will do this out of camera at least a little bit faster for you, so you don't have to wait too long. And here you see already we have our little planks for in between. We have a bottom, we have a top, and we have 2 shelves for in between our little dresser. We are going to lay this 4 pieces away, and we are going to make the sides. And the sides are, we need 6 pieces of our sides. So very easy. We are just going to get some blocks. What we're going to do, we're going to do some glue in this one in the middle and on this one, and we're going to place 1 block on top of here and 1 block on top of here. So very easy, just squeeze it and press it down this way and make sure that you get a nice straight line. And we're going to do with this one the same, and again like this, and we're going to lay them beside on this way. We're going to get a block. We are going to do on this side some glue, and on this side we're going to place it down, and we're going to place this one over here, and we take another one, but we are going to do it in the smaller side against it this way. And we're going to get again a block on this side and on this side, and again place it down and place it against it, and we get another loose block, and we're going to do it this way. So we get a nice little pattern in our sides, because or else it will be a very straight side. And I did already a dresser, which is also a couple of DIYs earlier. I did a dresser. You can find it of course in the playlist down below in the description box. So if you want to see, and this more, that's more of a, like a smaller one, and this will be a more of a wider one. Again, we take 1 block and over here, and we're going to place it down against here. And now we're going to place this one also against it, and we make 1 straight side like this. It's so easy to do, but it just gives a little bit more structure. I'm going to do the rest and you see it a little bit faster. And you see here we have our 6 sides of our dresser. Now we're going to go further first with the back side of the dresser. So we place the sides also on top of here. We are going now further, like I said, with the back side. And for the back side we need 3 times blocks of 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. And again we are going to do it very easy. Just do some glue on this one, on this one, on a number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6, and we row them together again. Very easy, like we did earlier. And we're going to give it a nice straight line, squeeze it, and make, and this is already number 1, so we make 3 of this one, but a little faster. And here you see our 3 back sides, and what we're going to do, we are going to do them this way, and we're going to take 2 of the sides this way and 1 this way. So we are going to glue them together. So we do some glue on this side of the back side, and we're going to do it on this side. Of course, I had to get my arm totally twisted to show you. So I'm going to place it down, and we're going to place, of course, in the same height. We're going to do the sides, and we're going to let this dry. I'm going to do the other one the same with the other sides. So now we have the bottom, the top, we have the back side, we have the sides. So we are going to close in our dresser, and later then we will do the drawers. But first we're going to do the dresser. We have one of the planks of 4. We are going to place it down. What we're going to do, we are going to take our glue, and we are going to glue this part and this part, and like this over here, and we're going to do a line and this way, and we're going to go over here and here and just take little pieces also. And now what we're going to do, we're going really carefully, we are going to turn this over, and of course we are going to place it on here, but on the back side, totally to the back. I show it to you in a moment, but first I'm going to press it down and this way. But I mean, I placed it flat against the bottom, so you don't have an overlay, you don't have a piece back, you just do it equally with the back side, and this will be the front side. So I'm going to again make sure that you have them in a straight line, and also this side, don't forget the sides, and we're going to press it down, and we wait a couple of minutes, and then we're going to do the layer on top. So we waited for a couple of minutes. We are doing some glue again over here and over the line and over here, and we're going to go this way, and again a little extra here, and of course a little here, a little over here, a line here, and then we already have it. And we're going to place our next piece of the 4 on top of here, and of course we glue it totally square of the, not square, how can I say square, at least on the back side, so you have a straight line over here, and I have to press it down, and this is equally. And now we're going to get another piece of the sides like this one over here, and we are going to do some glue over here, and then we're going to turn it over here and against over here and here, and it's so easy to do, and this dress is very easy to make. Of course we're going to turn it over again. Of course I have to be careful because he's not totally dried in yet, and we're going to place it over here and again in a straight line again, and press it down a little, and we're going to feel if we have it on the right spot we need it over here and again. And you see already, this is already layer number 2. And now we're going to do some glue over here and again, and we're going to do this after each other, because later on I'm going to do on the top some paint cans to make sure to give it some pressure. And again, now we do our number 3, and we're going to do it this way in a straight line again, press it down, and we're going to do the last layer of our dresser, you see, and this one we're going to place it over here. We're going to give it some glue again. I know for some people this takes a little bit too long, just go skip forward if you don't want to see how it's done. It's totally fine, I understand. Go for further, and I'm going to place this one, of course, also turn it over. I have to be careful because he is not totally dried yet and I don't want it to break. And of course we're going to place it over here and make sure we have it in a straight line again. And this way. And we give it some pressure. And we're going to look every time it is looking and feeling with your fingers if you have the straight line, so you get a nice back side. And now we close it up with our top, and that's very easy. Just do some glue again, the same like we did with all the panels. And over here. And we go this way, and this will be the last. And then we're going to place some paint can on top of here to give it some pressure. Of course, we close it up. And this way. And we're going to feel with our fingers and we give it some pressure again. And this is how he's looking like right now. And I'm going to give it some pressure with, like I said, with my paint cans, and we let it dry for at least a couple of hours. And here you see how the dresser is already turning out. You see, this is the openings for our drawers. This is the side. And I'm especially happy with the side. It gives such a nice different way, a different look. And this is the dresser. I already made a couple of DIYs earlier, so I will link the video of course down below. But if you want to make this one, but this is more like a smaller one, and now I'm going to make a little bit of a wider one and even a different one. So we will see if you like this one. Maybe you like this one also. What we're going to do, I'm going to place this aside and we're going to do our drawers. For our drawers, we first going to make from each of them the bottom. So we make 3 bottoms, and it's very easy. We just take 4 of them like this, and again 4 over here and like this. So I'm going to glue them together. So we only do on the side, on the first one on the one, on the first one, second and the third one, of course. And then we're going to place them together again, and again squeeze it and let it dry in. And this is already one. We're going to do the second one, and this is number 2 and number 3. And again roll them together like this, make a nice straight line, squeeze it and let it rest for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to work away the glue. So we did it dry in for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to go on the side and we do some glue again, place it down and squeeze them together like this. Now you already have the first bottom of one of your drawers, and we're going to make 3 of this one, but faster. And you see here our 3 pieces of our bottom for our drawers, and now we're going to make the sides and the back side and the front of our drawers. That will be pieces of 5 or pieces of 6. So very easy. Just for each drawer we have 2 pieces of 5, and you see like this we are going to do them, and we have pieces of 6 for each drawer, 2 of 5 and 2 of 6. So you see already, and we are going to double this up, and this will be 1 drawer. So I'm going to do 1 together with you. The rest, of course, we do a little faster. So this is 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, and a number 4. We are doing a lot of counting in this DIY, but for everyone who loves to make it and likes the step by step. So, and this is already 1. Now we're going to do this 1 of 6. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6 will be the closure up, and like this, and we squeeze it in, and we make a nice straight line again on this, and we let this dry in for a couple of minutes, and then we wipe away again our glue. But I'm going to double up. I'm still going to make one of 5 and one of 6, and that will be one drawer. So for the first drawer I have my pieces ready, 2 of 5, 2 of 6, and of course one of the bottom. What we're going to do is very easy. I'm just going to glue the piece with 6. I'm going to glue here. I'm going to glue, of course, the other piece of 6 over here, and I'm going to close them up with this two, and I'm going to close them up over here. And of course, if you are doing it exactly against the bottom, you will keep on this side, and I show you that in a moment. You keep a little piece over because the blocks are a little bit wider when you use them vertical or horizontal, so it doesn't does a little piece thing. But I'm going to turn the drawer over and I'm going to do the back side inside. So, but like I said, we're going to go for some glue on this side first, over here, and we're going to do it on this side, over here. We're going to lay it down and we're going to place it, and before we place it, we do some glue on this side and on this side, and put it down. And we're going to do the same over here. We're going to do it on this side, we're going to do it on this side, place it down. And now the only thing we need to do, we need some glue on this side and on this side. I hope I have it right, but we will notice that in a moment if it if it is correct or not. So I really have no idea. I am still debating if I am going right or wrong, so we will see that in a moment. We are going to place this one over here. We're going to place this one over here, and again in a straight line, and we're going to place, to close it up, we do it over here and over here, and we're going to try to make a nice straight line, and we're going to press it down this way, and we're going to let this dry in for a couple of minutes. And here you see our 3 drawers are finished. You see, this is how they turned out, and this is what I mean. You have a little overlay because the blocks are never the same size. If you want to do it, if I do one shorter, then it doesn't fit anymore. So this is the way, and of course you can sort this out if you want to go with it, but I'm going to leave it this way because I'm going to turn them in this way so you don't see the back side. This will be the front side. What I'm going to do, because this is not totally dried yet, I'm going to let this dry, but I'm going to start to paint already the dresser and later of course also my drawers. I use my sanding color chalk paint, of sand color chalk paint, because I love that. I am really totally into it the last period. So, and then if everything is in the paint, I'm going to turn the drawers over and I'm going to take them outside, and I'm going to get my sanding machine, and I'm going to sand a little piece off because now they are really stiff to get them inside of the drawer. So I need a little bit of sanding off on the back side. So don't worry if you think, oh, it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. That's correctly because you need to turn them over like this and go with your sanding paper or maybe a machine. I have a little, for me especially, a little sanding machine, so I can go over it, and it's very easy. It only needs a little piece, and then you can easily do your drawers inside. But first I'm going to paint everything. You see, my color is just a little creamy. It's not totally cream color, but at least it has a little bit of the green color. So I'm going to do also the inside of my drawers with this, of the dresser, with my sanding color. So just a little layer, and the wood is still coming through because I like that. So I'm going to paint everything, and you see it a little faster. And here you see everything is painted and dried up. And now I'm going to go outside and get my sander. And I have a sander, is also from the Lidl or Lidl, just how you call it. You find the Lidl or Lidl anywhere around the world. So he was a very well priced. I think maybe I paid a little of 29 or 40 euros, and like I said, he's wireless, and it is really a nice tool for us as a lady to use. So that's always a great thing. You can easily have it in your hand. So I'm going to get my sander and I'm going to get a little piece off. What I'm going to do, of course, you also can do it with some sanding paper. It only takes a little bit longer, but it is very easy to use such a tool. So I'm going to go outside, sand everything, and everything hopefully will fit then inside of here. And here you see already my drawers are fitting. Of course, I didn't close them totally because I still don't have a knob. So if I am closing it and I don't get it out, then I have really a problem. So I did sand it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get the drawer out, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it over. I did place a number on it because I send them on each and every opening. So this is number 3. It's fitting over here. Of course, you can send as long as you want that they are fitting in every every opening. It's also fine too, but I just did it 1, 2, 3. So I'm always sure which one I need. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my furniture wax, and I'm going to give only the underside. I'm going to give a little bit of the furniture wax. And then I'm going to get my piece of paper kitchen towel, and I'm going to make it a smooth surface so he gets easier inside of your dresser. So I'm just going to do the top, nothing on the side, only the bottom. So I'm going to take my time for it because I don't want to ruin the rest of my drawer. All our 3 drawers are in some furniture wax, and I think it looks very rustic, and I think I like the bottom like this. What we're going to do, because we need the sides and we need some knobs on here, and now I have this kind of wooden pieces, but I am not sure if I really like it or not. I would do 2 of them, but I think they are really standing out much too far. So I am really debating if I just going to saw out the top of the little ball, because I don't like it that it is, for me, he's standing out too much. So I am really debating what I'm going to do, but you can choose anything you like, which you want on top of it. You can do a handle, you can do anything you like, but I'm still debating. So you see in a moment what I choose. And you see, this is how it turned out. I just cut off the top of the little piece, because now he is more shorter, and now I like him this way. And I'm going to do it in the black color. Of course, you can do any color, and you can use, like I said earlier, you can do it in anything you like. So I'm just going to give it with my marker just a black coat, but you can also do it with some paint or spray paint. It doesn't matter, but I like the marker because it works very fast, and it is a very great to have on it. It just doesn't come off very easy. So I'm going to do this, and all 6 of them. So I have my drawers over here, and I did all of them the same way. The opening over here, this over here, so I have them in a row. So I get very easily, I can glue my knobs, because I do the knobs also with some wood glue, because I want to be sure that they stay in place. Because if you use your glue gun, for most of the time, if you then you pull your knob off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place them inside, and I'm going to do one over here and one over here. And maybe if I can see without, and this is one block, you have here a half block, you have here 1 block, and now I'm going to do it between the 1 and the second one. I'm going to place a knob, and I'm going to do the same over here. You have here a half, a 1, and the second one, and over here. Now I only need to have them on one line, but then you can very easily measure out where you want to have them. Over here, now I need to see if I have them exactly in the middle. Over here, like this, and just measure out. And if you want to have it in another place, it's also fine too. This is just what I do, but you don't have to do it the way I do. So I'm going to glue them on top of here with a drop of wood glue. I have the knobs on top of here, but you still can move them. If you want to be really sure, just take your ruler and make sure that you have them, all of them, in a straight line like this. And you do here the same. And I have to be sure, I think this one needs a little. And you see over here, this is the way. And now they are totally straight. See already, I place you a little bit closer. And you see now the knobs are on top of our dresser. And I'm so happy how it turned out, especially the side, because it gives so much structure to your piece to do it a little bit different than normally. And of course also the back side, if you do place it on a tray, is very nice to see. So what we're going to do, because I'm going to decorate it a little for the Christmas season to give you an idea what you can do with it, but you can do it for daily decor, and I use this in my kitchen. So what I'm going to do, I always do the second drawer a little bit open like this, not too much, just a little piece, and the under drawer I'm going to do a little bit further. Like this one, this a little bit closer, so we can do just a little piece inside, but not too much. So this is what we're going to start with. Just open the little drawers. I have here some Christmas greenery, and I use 2 of the same pieces you see over here. This are 3 and this one, and I'm going to place one sideways over here and one sideways over here, just to let it come in and coming out. So this gives a little bit more of the green look. So this way. And later we do some berries with it. But now we're going to go on the underside. We are going to take also again 2 pieces of greenery. And we are going to place this one. This has a little bit longer stem. So I'm going to go for this 2. And I'm going to do one sideways over here. And the other one sideways over here. Then we get another one, and we're going to place this in the middle, just very low like this. Of course I probably need to open up the drawer a little bit more. I have here a rolling pin. It's a very small one. It is I bought it on a market in Germany. So I don't know if you, maybe children's playground, maybe you can find it there in the store, I don't know, but at least I bought it on the Christmas market in Germany. So I'm going to place it sideways. I have here of course some wooden spoons, 3 pieces, so I'm going to lay them together. I take one elastic band, and I'm going to do on the underside a little piece to keep them together like this. Very easy, just to make sure that they don't go anywhere. And you open them up and you squeeze them tightly inside, but not totally to the underside, like this. Now I'm going to get my straws, and these are just cardboard straws. And of course I also do a little bend on the underside, not very heavily, just only that they keep them together. So this way, and I'm going to work with it, and I'm going to place one on the side over here. And of course make sure that the elastic band is always inside the drawer, or else it is not really a nice side to see. And again for this one also, like this. And we're going to place this one on the side over here. Of course we have to get away with our spoons, and I'm going to go it under here and over here. And now you can place, I also have a couple of my wooden sticks, so maybe I can use on each side one, so I have to be sure. I take the smaller ones, maybe one next to the your drawer of your, I don't know, straws. I'm sorry, it just slipped my mind. Of course I'm going to do one, of course, always over here, and I'm going to squeeze it in, and we make our drawer this way and this way. And now we have our, yeah, how you call it here in the Netherlands, we call it I really have to think, this is really bad. Onze garde, of course, I have to think about it. We call it a garde. So this way you can stir your pieces around. So, but this is also a very small one, and I also bought it on the market. So I'm going to turn it over and lay one on this side and lay one on this. I have to get my, and this one over here, like this. And now the only thing I'm going to do some red berries inside. So I'm going to use one like this. There's two of the same. I'm going to place one in the second drawer and sideways in this one. And I have to squeeze a little to get it in, of course. And like this. And I'm going to do now some red in the middle over here. And just place it in. But you can do anything you like. If you want to do it differently, go ahead, do whatever you think is right. And now I have here now some other pieces of greenery, and I'm going to get this out of each other. And this is one IKEA plant, and I ripped it apart. I just took everything off and I make a nice bundle of it so I can use anything I like. So I take a couple of them like this, and I'm going to do an elastic band around it, and I can squeeze it in very easily somewhere, and it gives a little bit more of a different structure than you have only your Christmas greenery. And like this, and I can place one maybe in the middle, and always make sure that you have your elastic band, like I said, inside, because that's always a rare thing to see if you have an elastic band outside. Just move in around it and just go over it, and like this. And we're going to place one over here, and I have to be sure that I work it away like this. And I'm going to do in the other one the same. And then for me it's finished, but you can go as crazy as you want. If you want to see more greenery inside, just go ahead and do more greenery and just go over it. And I'm going to work, and of course I have to be sure that I have it under here. And this is a little bit how my drawer is going to look like for the Christmas season. This is just an inspiration. Do whatever you think is right. In a moment you see the quick impression. And here you see finally a quick impression of our Tumbling Tower Blocks dresser. And I'm so happy how it turned out. I already loved the first one I made. He was a little bit smaller, like you saw earlier. And he is in the wax color and the black color. But I love a little bit of the lighter color and the black little knobs on top of it. Of course, you can change them up any way you like. In a moment I show it to you a little bit closer. But for now, of course, I hope you did take out your Tumbling Tower Blocks and join me in this DIY. And you also have right now your own little cute dresser. And if you only love to watch, I hope you had fun watching. And for everyone who is not subscribed and enjoys this content, of course, I hope you will click the red subscribe button and join our YouTube family. And if you want to see more DIYs, come on over to our description box. There you find the link for our DIY channel. So enough talking. I wish you all an amazing day. See you next time. Bye.